Hello, hello, hello. It's your coach, Carla Nicole. Um, Not going to be on long, but I did want to talk to my gentleman today briefly about something that keeps surfacing inside of my coaching sessions with my male clients. And I've had to give them something to think about outside of the very common narrative that's going on right now that, you know, um, the woman that they um, ended up either marrying or being in a relationship with or having a child with or just involving himself with has caused him an undeniable amount of pain, scrutiny, financial debt, and loss, um, a heavy heartbreak regarding the outset, the onset of his children's disrespect or dishonoring of his name and legacy. And oh, I can go on and on about this. But I wanted to talk today about something that I've created to really help to bring a clarity about how a man who is very eligible or decent, came from a good background, and um, ends up getting with um, a woman that is, in the beginning, appears to be, like she's going to be decent, or even portrays that she cares. And lo and behold, after all is said and done, unfortunately, that's not what he experiences. And of course, the end is always the worst, unfortunately. So, I want to talk about what I've created. It's called the Soul Fed Up Principle. The reason I created this principle is to help men to understand that when you choose a woman, and just go back in your history, do some scanning of what your mindset was when you decided to get with her. Think about it seriously. Like, what was it that made you believe that this woman was going to be beneficial in your life? Ask yourself this question, because it's going to be very vital why I created the soul fed up principle. This is not something that is just thought of overnight. You have to think about it. You really have to go back into your memory and go back to when you were first with her and think how she was in the beginning. Here's what's so deep. Hey, Samantha. Here's what's so deep is that when you first got with this woman that you're with, or ended up having a child with, or got involved with, or whatever happened with her, what was your mindset? This is important. You have to go back and remember why you chose the woman you chose, because I don't know how many of my male clients are telling me she changed. In the beginning, she was this, but she changed on me. She wasn't this in the beginning. She just acted a certain way, and I thought she was going to be decent, and end up finding out she betrayed me. She tried to destroy my reputation. She doesn't care about how to take care of the kids, and on and on. But here's what I'm trying to get you gentlemen to understand. Once you guys go through this, I need you to pause before you get involved in another relationship. Because normally, if that woman changed drastically to where she's unrecognizable, something happened that I don't think you realize. And 9 times out of 10, this is not for me to beat men up. I'm just trying to help you see that you were at a soul fed up at that time when you got with her. And what is the soul fed up? It's when you're at the brink of just fed up with what's going on out here. You could have been involved with women that just weren't very attractive, and you just were like, you know what? I'm tired of the run. I'm tired of fooling with it. I just really want someone that's going to be decent for me. And so you end up choosing a woman who appeared like she was going to be decent. But in the end, she ended up changing drastically, and you're like, she's unrecognizable, coach. I don't know who she is. She doesn't look anything like she did in the beginning. And here's where I start to help men to see something that they don't realize they didn't pay attention to. I'm like, what are your inner thoughts that you say to yourself that no one else can hear? And he'll look at me like, what do you mean? I'm like, a lot of times, the woman that shifts and changes abruptly like that is who you are to yourself when no one else can hear it. Are you mean and brutal to yourself? Do you bully you? Do you talk down to yourself? Are you nasty with yourself? Are you at all in the mindset of clarity, of hopefulness? I mean, what are you doing in your silent thoughts? Because a woman that you attract knows exactly how to cast off that she's healthy, but come to find out, you'll find out that this woman has been playing you. But that's because you're casting off that you're healthy, but really your internal thoughts are vicious. You're not loving yourself properly. You got some insecurities. You got some mother wounds. You got some brutal things that happen to you that you won't face. And unfortunately, we choose from that space. Yes. So you're thinking, oh, I found a perfect woman. She might be pretty. She might be great in bed for you, but as far as holding you up, holding you down, praying for you, looking out for you, protecting your reputation, protecting your money, that's not her. She's not it. But at the time, you have to go back and think about where your mindset was when you chose this woman. Because yes, I understand that the woman did change. However, let me explain to you, even though she changed abruptly, you have to pay attention to where your heart was with yourself internally. She's the mirror. I'm seeing a lot of guys really upset with these women that they have become. But then I have to be like, but hold up though. So we don't have this happen again. How are you treating you internally? What's your conversation with yourself? How do you treat yourself in self-loving? Do you self-love? Do you practice that? I mean, really, you got to ask yourself that question. No one teaches us how to self-love. Just because you take a woman out, just because you buy her something nice, just because you dated for a long time, just because you've had time together, doesn't mean that she is really ideal for your life long term. And unfortunately, a lot of men don't know to wait a minute, pay attention to what am I saying to myself when no one else can hear it. Because those internal thoughts are what bloodhound, vicious, soul-spirited people draw to. So if you're not healthy here, They can smell it. They can taste it. They're bloodhounds in the spirit. So they're going to try to gravitate to you and play you real well. Act as though they're real nice and all of those things. They'll do right. But I don't know how many clients has told me, unfortunately, coach, I got with a woman and she's unrecognizable. I don't know who this woman is. She wasn't like this in the beginning. And then I have to ask them, well, how did you treat yourself in the beginning? Where were you at mentally when you got with this woman? Well, now that I think about it, I was really fed up with the women I was dealing with. They weren't really where they needed to be. Like, okay, but they were attracting to you. So were you where you needed to be? Or is it that maybe you chose from a place of vulnerability? You weren't really where you needed to be yet. Psychologically, you have a lot of things that you haven't dealt with. And see, unfortunately, these type of women, they will show up. And they know how to play the role. They know how to make it sound good, but they're not good. So I'm helping you to understand. When you're at a point in your soul where you're fed up, you're tired, you're sick and tired, mind you, of the different women choices that are, you know, within your realm that seem to find themselves attracted to you. When you see these women approaching you and talking to you and seeming nice to you, you have to pause and wait and see how you are to you. Because the women that are genuine, sincere, real caregivers, have a strong maternal understanding and instinct, real women like that, they last a long time in their relationships. And men who choose women that are good in those departments usually do so when they have already done the soul work. They've done some soul studying. They've taken some time and really paid attention and combed through what are some of the things I need to work on for me. What am I saying to me when no one else can hear it? Am I really juggling a lot of hurt that I haven't faced yet? Because if you don't face that stuff, you're going to go out here and date and you're going to find out that a lot of the women attracted to you aren't healthy either. You're at a soul fed up to the point where you're at the brink of just being done with all of it. And so is the women that's approaching you. So are the women that's available. So some of the women that you deal with, they have the exact same energy. This is why I'm helping you to see this today. You've got to get past thinking, oh, I know I have a chance or a shot at this woman. And that could be the case. But is she really ideal, or is she just the best out of the worst around you? And if that's the case, you have to sit back and be like, she's not really it. And I'm trying to basically get all caught up in how we engage and how much fun we're having and how great the sex is and all of those fun things. But long term, that doesn't last. Long term, what happens is 9 times out of 10, we find ourselves in a bind with someone that we should have never married, went down an aisle with, got legal with, partnered with, had a child with. We should have never done it. But we did because we were so hell-bent on just being at the fed up and wanting this part of our life to just finally be settled down. We want to sometimes rush the settle so that we can now focus on other things. Most of the time when your love life is doing this, you feel so overwhelmed and you just want it to be balanced and normal and okay. If I can just get my love life together, my parenting will be okay. Get my love life together, my me taking care of my aging parents will be okay. And I get all of that. But the number one relationship you got to work on first is you with you. If you are not really healthy internally here, and you find yourself trying to be out here dating people, you are not going to choose well, because you're going to choose from the soul fed up. My soul fed up principle, I'm going to be deep diving in on my Patreon. I will share with you my Patreon. It's also in my bio. Become a member over there. I have Zen Soul Abandon membership. I have just, if you just want to learn some things, you can do so on my Zen Sparks for $1 a month. I have a lot of different memberships over there on Patreon. But I am helping men to see that if you are finding yourself in between a rock and a hard place, and you keep finding yourself with unhealthy women, it might not be the women, it might be how you treat you. And the women that you're choosing is the mirror of how you choose you and your private thoughts. Until you come face to face with that, you're going to continue to have these burdensome relationships. These women that don't care about you, they just care about what you can give them. And if you keep on, you're going to find yourself so frustrated, you're not going to deal with them at all. You're going to be good on all of that. You're going to be like, I'm good. I don't want to deal with women at all. Or just on a every now and then basis. And is that what you really want? Or is that what you're tired? You're at the fed up and you're just like, this is just what I'm going to do at this point. Well, you might want to come and talk to me. Because really, once you get to that level of fed up, 9 times out of 10, it's coming from the fact that you're not dealing with some soul abandonment issues, some soul stuff going on internally, some mother wounds, some father abuse, some things you haven't faced. And until you face that, you're going to keep attracting the women that are not to your advantage. Join me on my Patreon. Like I said, I'm going to be going into this. I'm going to be doing a series on this to help men to understand that, yes, you are choosing, women that are not too beneficial for you. But the reason you're choosing them is because they are meeting and matching the mirror, the invisible mirror that you don't see. These women are showing you who you are to yourself in your private thoughts. I'm trying to help you get over this. You don't have to keep having bad relationship after bad relationship after bad relationship. You don't have to keep doing that. But there's going to have to be some ownership of some things that we got to go through. And really talk and discuss how you can get better with how you're choosing. You can change it. Just starts with you. I'm your coach, Carla Nicole. You can reach me at 8445-WISDOM, extension 0. You can become a Patreon member on my Patreon. I'm Carla Nicole over there. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I never know when I'm going to be moved to go live. But I am trying to help men to see beyond the fact that all the women out here are just no good. No, that's not true. You're just having to change up how you're doing yourself internally. What are you saying to yourself, sir, in your private thoughts? Really? And then you also have to think about, what were you saying when you chose the last one? That's important too. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Be sure to share this video. It's your coach, Carla Nicole.